About the timing, it is going to be a slow drive up to State College or wherever you are headed today. A slow go this afternoon. If you can get out early, Lori, or anybody else, I would say leave now before the storms really start to fire up, because they're going to be tough to drive through later on today. We're starting off warm and muggy outside. It is still a very, very warm day. We'll have feels-like temperatures likely climbing into the mid to upper 90s, just below advisory level. So no more heat advisory. Our next weather alert today is instead because of the storms and the threat for flooding rain. So heavy rain and storms, especially by midday. I think this will start up around noon, a few locally heavy showers and storms, but 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. is the greatest risk. Damaging winds are possible. The greatest threat is for flooding and potential flash flooding. So we're starting off again with temperatures in the upper 70s to near 80. Not much of a relief out there. Today is kind of that transition day. Tomorrow is when you'll really feel the cooler air settle in. Today starts off still just as steamy as the past few days have been, and we do now have a flood watch to tell you about in effect for the entire area. That'll go through tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. If the rain ends and we don't have residual flooding through tomorrow morning, they may end that early overnight, but as of now, it's until 6 a.m. tomorrow. So what to expect for the rest of your day? Again, it's the heavy storms that'll come through by midday. We start to heat up quickly. We'll get to the upper 80s. If we hit 90, then it would tie the record for most 90-degree days in July. But it looks like we may fall just short as thunderstorms fire up, and then heavy downpours likely right through your evening commute. I'll walk you through the storm timing on future radar and the big changes in the temperature to expect for Friday into the weekend. Let's send it over to Kim Hudson for some heavy downpours. So not the kind of afternoon you want to be out on the roads if you can avoid it, especially between about 2 p.m. and maybe 9 o'clock, depending on your location. Let's take you through the day here. You're walking outside this morning. It feels exactly like the past couple of mornings. It is still just as hot and just as humid. And were it not for this front moving in with thunderstorm chances by midday, today would likely be another next weather alert day because of the heat. But we are going to bring these storms in, and that will at least limit the amount of daytime heating. Look how hot it looks right now. Beautiful sunrise, though, once again in Ocean City. A lot of people are out on the beach taking photos of this one. We've got the oranges and purples and just a gorgeous looking start to the day. Big difference, though, for tomorrow. I think tomorrow morning is going to be kind of overcast. It's going to be a chilly start to the day. We haven't said chilly in a while. Right now, 78 degrees. Tomorrow's high is not even going to get to these numbers, and these are kind of our morning lows, so a huge shift as cooler air moves in. But first, we've got to get through some storms. So starting off the day in the mid to upper 70s again, it's been such a scorcher of a July, almost every day this month in the red here, and our average high temperature 90.2 degrees. That puts us 2.4 degrees above average, finishing out the month here strong, at least if you like the heat. We've had temperatures in the upper 90s the past 2 days. We fell just short of the record yesterday. 20 90-degree days in July. That makes it second place, tied for second place for the most 90-degree days on record in the month of July. If we hit 90 today, which we may, depending on when thunderstorms fire up near the airport, it would make it 21, which would tie it for the most we've had, and that's happened 6 times. So again, it gets hot quickly, but then storms start to come through. And notice as the precipitation chances increase, the temperature begins to decrease. Storms really firing up mid-afternoon, and these are going to be slow movers. The air is so thick, so heavy. We're getting this front to try and move in, but it's going to slog into the region, and that means slow-moving storms and the risk for flooding rain. We are now in a level 3 out of 4 flood risk. This is our excessive rainfall outlook. Areas shaded in red, the greatest risk for flooding and flash flooding today. We also have a slight risk, which is a level 2 out of 5 for severe weather, especially from the city and surrounding suburbs on south, and that's mainly for damaging winds. So this is not going to be a great afternoon, and it's going to get worse starting about noon. You can see a few storms firing up north and west, heavy rainfall with any of these, and just notice they're slow movers. So 2, 3 o'clock, we see the storms up in the Lehigh Valley. They slowly move into the city. You get a cell like this to sit over one spot for even an hour, and it could dump 2 inches of rain quickly, and that could lead to flooding. And this will continue as we go through this evening, 5:30, 6 o'clock. By 7:30, finally pushing south of Philadelphia. Still heavy rain around 10 o'clock down the shore, and then overnight tonight, it starts to move out. We may start tomorrow with clouds and a shower, and then gradual clearing, a cool breeze picking up as well. And tomorrow is a chilly day thanks to the lack of sunshine and that breeze. But Saturday, the sun is back, and it's a beautiful first weekend of August. We just got to get through today's storm. So 88 degrees with those storms later on this afternoon. Tomorrow's cloudy and much, much cooler, but then a beautiful first weekend of August, and it's going to stay nice into the start of next week. Kim, I'll send it over to you.